Hello, all, and welcome to Direct from Hearts Voices of Women. Voices of Women is becoming very interesting these days. The reason we are getting women from all walks of life on this show. Earlier, when we first conceptualized the voices of women, it was thought of bringing forward women who are at home, homemakers, and people who are working so that they can actually share their views and their experiences. However, now it is becoming more interesting because today Voices of Women is bringing forward women professionals who are happily juggling between their personal life and their professions. Our guest today, Pallavi Dittakavi, is one such personality. She is a child guidance counselor along with being a fingerprint analyst, a dermatoglyphics consultant. What is interesting about her is that she is a housewife turned career woman and still a career woman who works at her own comfort level. She works not more than 4 hours a day, which actually helps her to maintain a balance between her personal responsibilities and also to pursue her career. So, this is why Pallavi becomes interesting to us. If you are loving to watch all these unique personalities on the show, then please do hit the like button, share the videos as much as possible, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe so that you can actually keep meeting people from different walks of life to understand their experiences and how their experiences can help you in molding your life for the better. So here we go. Let us meet Pallavi Dittakavi. Hello, Pallavi. A very warm welcome to Voices of Women. Very glad to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, Varna. Thanks for your invite, and it's my pleasure to be with you on your show.
In fact, my pleasure to Pallavi, as I said earlier. Now, Pallavi, you are a child guidance counselor. What exactly does this mean, and what do you do in this profession?
Yeah, we actually help the children with small disabilities, like the fine motor disabilities or learning disabilities. My specialization is in learning and behavioral process of a child.
Okay, fantastic. Now, what has this to do with fingerprint analysis? Because I heard that you're also a fingerprint analyst. So, how do these professions go together?
Uh, fingerprint analyst, like fingerprint analysis is a science. Okay, it's a genetical science related to your psychology. I mean, your innate and inborn talents. Okay, it's your innate, it defines your innate and inborn nature. So it makes me a little easy to to be with the kids when I'm usually helping them with their fine, like where I like there are I think you understand that there are different patterns on your fingers, right? These patterns like will define your your whack, your learning ability. Okay, it helps in your learning process of a child. Okay, so in that way it really helps me to know better my children. The children whom I am really handling with. So it becomes easy process for me, and it becomes way easy for them also to learn fast or to grasp the things fast.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, Pallavi, when you say fingerprint analyst, are you associated with any company or are you a freelancer at the moment?
I'm an associate consultant with Lives Beyond Boundaries. It's a platform for holistic and alternative sciences.
Okay,
So
okay.
we, a group of counselors, are working as a fingerprint analyst with the organization.
Okay. Now you are with Life Beyond Boundaries. Is this the only organization that handles fingerprint analysis, or are there other competitors in the field? And how different are you guys from your competitors, if at all you have any competitors?
I can tell you, Swarna, Lives Beyond Boundaries is a platform. As I told you, it's a holistic healing and an alternative sciences. Okay, we are we are a part of DMIT, that is dermatoglyphics and multiple intelligence center. Okay. And we are different from other counselors as we are certified by CFMID, that is Center for Multiple Intelligence and Dermatographics, and also ARDC, and we are the certified counselors of CFMID and ARDC. Yeah, ARDC is again Association of Dermatographics Research Center.
Okay. Interesting. So, which means you do have competitors in the field. Okay. So, what makes you unique is that you're certified by CFMID. Yeah?
Yes.
Great. Now, what exactly do you do in fingerprint analysis? How does it help you in probably knowing your maybe your clients better?
I would explain you in detail actually, because every person is stuck somewhere in the life, like you actually don't know few innate natures of yours. Okay, and this fingerprint analysis will help you with your imagination, creativity, management, to know your innate management skills, leadership skills, your imagination, your creativity, and also your WAC. I mean, what is your learning ability, learning capacity of yours. Okay, and also it defines your emotional quotient, how adverse you are, your creative quotient, and your intelligent quotient also. So I would like to explain you, as you know, the human brain is divided into two halves, like left and right brain. Okay, the left hand is the indication of your right brain and right hand is your left brain. Okay, so these fingers are your these fingers are tied up with your brain. I mean right hand with your left brain and left hand with your right brain. Okay, and these are I can tell you, these 5 fingers are tied up with your 5 lobes. Okay, so left hand indicates your right brain, it is for creative brain. They are divergent thinkers. Okay, and right hand is your left brain, which relates your convergent thinkers. I mean, they are more into logical, analytical, things like that. So every person has different patterns on your fingers, right? And these fingers are like these two. I mean, thumb finger and index finger are commanders of yours. Okay, thumb finger indicates your management and leaderships. In the same way, your index finger will indicate your imagination, creativity, logical and analytical skills. In the same way, these 3 fingers are your learning patterns. I mean, these are your WAC: visual, auditory and kinesthetic. Okay, so we can tell you if your sequence for the visual is high, then we can tell you that you are a visual learner. Okay, and these auditory, you might have heard a lot of people that they listen and grasp the things, and it equally affects their emotions, it equally affects their whatever they hear, they listen, they remember their emotions, everything. In the same way, kinesthetic, your body movement, and your fine motor skills, how good are you in your writing skills, how good are you in your drawing, painting, cooking. These are the fine motor skills. And gross motor is how good are you in your sports, how good are you in moving your body quick. This defines your kinesthetic movement. So in this way, these 3 are functional fingers which will take the commands from your commanders and act. In the same way, these functionals also will affect on your commands. So in that way, it relates with your brain, and the brain functions are really helpful for that.
So long I thought to determine whether you're a good cook or not, your tongue is enough. You taste the food that you cook, you know whether you're a good cook or not. I didn't know this also helps. Interesting. Okay. So now, in other words, from what I get out of what you said right now, Pallavi, is that you can actually guide a youngster to probably choose their career or their future path. Is that what you focus really upon, or are there other applications of fingerprint analysis as well?
And every person has, I mean, fingerprints. And these fingerprints are from your birth till death.
Right.
And these fingerprints are formed when the baby is in mother's stomach from 13th to 18th weeks, when the brain development is happening. So these are that accurate. It is scientifically proven. These are genetical, but it is like you can. I think you can see a lot of lines on your fingers, right? These lines
Yes.
are called as ridges. These lines are
Okay.
called as ridges. Okay.
Okay.
And these ridge count may be differed from your genetics. I mean, it's not compulsory that your mothers or your fathers will have the same pattern, but you will have the same number of ridge on your fingers. That defines you unique. I mean, your personality is unique. So in that way, we should say you it is helpful for child, for an young being, and for an youngster, okay, and an young adult, a corporate person who is who is working. In the same way, it is also help for the relationships.
Right. To understand relationships better. So beware of fingerprint analysts. They may actually tell you everything about yourself. That can be quite dangerous, I tell you. Well, now, as we are talking, Pallavi, even now, what struck my mind was this seems to be something similar to palm reading related to astrology. So, what is it one and the same, or how different are you both?
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I mean, astrology is like it is like it what do you say? I mean, it predicts your future.
Right.
And predicts is I mean, it is a prediction which is not 100% sure.
Okay.
And we are scientifically proven, first thing, and we are like fingerprint. I mean, these are genetically there, and this defines your personality, your innate nature, and inborn personality with which you are born.
So you just tell us what are our inborn qualities.
Yes.
It can be altered at a later point of time, right?
Yeah, it you can say for the young adults to adults, there will be a lot of acquired intelligences sometimes, and these acquired intelligences can be tied up with your multiple intelligences. Okay, and with multiple intelligences, you can always, if you think that maybe I had this talent when I was young, and I can definitely get acquired with this, and you can definitely do it.
Okay. So acquiring is a totally different thing. It has nothing to do with your innate skills at all. That has to do with your acquiring skills probably.
Yeah, acquiring is like it is tied up with your multiple intelligences. Okay.
Yes.
I can say you there are 100 billion nerve cells in your brain. Okay. These are tied up with your multiple intelligences. Okay, and these can be acquired and rewired anytime throughout your life.
Okay. Can be rewired. So how do you normally rewire? It sounds like as though you're going to pull out all the wires from within and going to rewire it. How do you normally rewire it, Pallavi?
So, as I told you, I mean, R2, I mean, right hand index finger is your calculated analysis.
Okay.
Okay, we also, like when we generate a report of fingerprinting analysis, okay, we also get into your multiple intelligences. We come to know your multiple intelligences. Okay, if your multiple intelligences numerical skills are good, that means you can definitely go for maths. You can definitely go, your calculations will be too good, and you can definitely do mathematics well. But little training, and sometimes you may feel that maybe I cannot do mathematics, but with the guidance and we take out a root cause that why do you feel that you cannot do mathematics. So we explain you, we counsel you that you can do, and we will help you with that. How can you really get into mathematics?
Okay, fine. That sounds interesting. And why is it that people normally develop this phobia for maths? I have seen many cases, Pallavi, where the child is actually has got very good analytical skills. The child is very good at maths till say ninth, 10th or so. Somewhere, down the line, some peer group puts in this thing in the mind that math is, you know, I shouldn't mention it, but that it is
I
not.
told you, Swarna, there are 4 questions. Okay, there is an emotional quotient, there is an adversity quotient, there is a creative quotient, and there is an intelligence quotient. Okay, sometimes your emotions may act on adversity. Okay, where the fear comes.
Okay. So it's because somebody has been emotionally put into you that you are incapable of doing, or that this particular subject isn't good, that you develop a dislike towards the subject.
Yeah, who is putting it? How? The sound. Maybe you cannot do it. The sound, the functional finger will affect on your.
Right.
So in that way, we are going to, get to know what is the root cause of your fear, and we will guide you how to come out of it.
Okay. That sounds interesting, actually. I wonder how many people really need this counseling, because I see there are so many youngsters who have been doing brilliantly well in their math till 9th standard, 10th standard. Suddenly they develop this hatred towards math. All those people who feel that your children are developing an aversion towards math, or for that matter any other subject, need to understand that you have to approach a fingerprint analyst to help the child come out of this situation. So Pallavi, when I was going through your profile and I went through your website, I saw all female faces on the website. How is it? Do you have only female counselors? Is fingerprint analysis only for women, or can men also take this up?
No, there are lot there are men in our in our group, in our team.
Okay.
They are also well settled. They are good in their professions, but still they have chosen this as a profession too. I should tell you, our founder Shivani Sharma, she's a founder of LBB, Lives Beyond Boundaries. Okay, and she is a holistic healer too. Like, she's an NLP practitioner and also a hypnotherapist. Okay.
Interesting. Okay, that's fantastic. So you were saying who are good at their professions. Does that mean that this is not their full-time profession?
You can choose this as a full-time profession, and you can also add on to your particular profession, as I did, because I'm a child psychologist, and also I've chosen this because sometimes I feel this profession, this particular fingerprint analysis is really helpful for me. Okay, to know a child better.
Okay. Now, when I met you, Pallavi, you were a housewife. Actually, you had taken a break by then, and I think for your kids, and you were desperately on the lookout for doing something else. So, what urged you to actually take up fingerprint analysis, and why did you? I mean, why was this always behind your mind that you should be doing something, in spite of taking a break, in spite of being at home? Choosing to be at home, I would say.
Relating this with the fingerprint analysis, I'm a wall pattern. Okay, and a wall pattern can never. I'm a wall pattern. Okay, it's one of the pattern of your fingers. Okay, and wall pattern always, has an urge of doing something. Okay, so being home and being a housewife was entirely my choice. Okay, I wanted to give time to my kids, and I wanted to be home. Right now, I feel my kids are capable enough to handle themselves. So I'm back to my work.
Okay. Again, I think you're not working it on a full-time basis, Pallavi. How many hours do you work a day?
I work 4 to 5 hours for a day.
So this is a profession that also helps you to work at your own comfort level, at your own convenience, at your own timings. Correct, Pallavi? Yeah. Most of the women actually take a break at some point or the other. Okay. And the minute we take a break, people kind of, stamp us as people who are not career oriented. But I have seen many women of late coming back, actually bouncing back off their after their breaks. They're doing wonderfully good at their careers. What do you think about this?
Swarna, I can tell you women are multitaskers. They can excel well at home as well at their professions, right? So, being home is nothing, I mean, it's a big responsibility, I feel. Okay, in the same way, the women has to have a freedom of independence, like freedom of their choice, whether they want to work or they want to take a break.
I agree. I agree. And do you feel that women should take up certain professions, or certain professions are more suitable for women than certain others?
It depends on your choice. That's what I was saying you. I was telling you.
Well, so wonderfully said, Pallavi. It was so nice to have you on the show, and I'm sure it will inspire many people, urge many people to come to or to resort to fingerprint analysis probably when they have a challenge in life, especially maybe with respect to children's studies or their careers or maintaining relationships. I think these are the areas where probably fingerprint analysis helps a lot in sorting out. Great to have you here, and it was, I think, a very fruitful conversation that I had with you, Pallavi.
Swarna, thank you so much.
So that was Pallavi for all of you. I hope now you understood the importance of fingerprint analysis. Being at the comfort of her house and at her own comfortable hours, she is pursuing a career. Isn't that interesting? If you want to meet many more such people, please do not forget to hit the like button, share the video as much as possible, and most importantly, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Your subscriptions are important to us. Stay tuned for our further videos. Bye bye and see you soon.